I've been focused on being more productive for the past 2 years, and have found that what stopped me from being distracted was my reason behind why I wanted to do things. And the reason why I was distracted in the past was because I had an incomplete goal. I had a goal that didn't motivate me enough to do a specific task. And so in a similar fashion, it turns out that the only thing that we need in order to stay focused is a complete goal. In this video, I'm going to talk about what makes a goal complete, why it's going to help you stay focused, and how you can create one. So what is a complete goal? A complete goal is a goal that doesn't lack any clarity and inspires you to actually pursue it. If you think of a goal and it creates doubt, indecision, or fear of failure to the point where you don't even want to tackle the goal anymore, then chances are that you have an incomplete goal and you need to refine it a little bit more so that it actually motivates you. And it's important to know that the issue isn't with your attitude, how often you procrastinate, or how lazy you are. The issue is that the goal doesn't motivate you enough to pass the fear of failure. For example, many things can go wrong in a relationship. Someone can be a cheater, manipulative, toxic, but regardless of all these scenarios, people still jump into a relationship hoping that somebody is going to love them the right way. The goal of finding a good relationship outweighs the fear of failing. And because it does, we have no problem swiping on dating apps and going on dates. The motivation behind the goal is enough to keep us focused. But there's 100 things that we want to focus on, and all these tasks don't have the same weight as finding the love of your life. And so we have two choices. Either we can procrastinate and then later feel pressure to do something because a deadline is close, or we can motivate ourselves and improve our lives by creating complete goals. No more feeling overwhelmed, no more feeling pressure. You can just enjoy life. To create a complete goal, your goal is going to need 3 things. Number 1, the goal needs to have a deadline. Deadlines are good because it brings a level of urgency. Let's say we have a goal where we have to clean our room once a year, and if we don't, we have to give somebody $500. You probably felt a little bit of tension and that you wanted to clean your room so that you didn't have to pay someone $500. Now let's change the goal a little. Let's say that the goal now is that if we don't clean our room by 11 a.m. tomorrow, we have to give someone $500. Now there's more tension, there's more pressure to get things done. And this is something that you could do already. If you want to finish something, make the deadline closer and give yourself a penalty that you would hate to have. Surprisingly, setting a deadline can be the difference between finishing a task and not doing it at all. And it's super easy to do. Number 2, the goal needs to have stepping stones. Stepping stones are 1 to 3 tasks that you can do right now. And these are important because the longer it takes to start walking towards a goal, the more we'll doubt if we'll succeed. Stepping stones help us start our goals. And more importantly, it guarantees that we start investing our time into them. And the more we invest our time, the harder it'll be to quit. For example, we invest a lot of time into our friends and family. Because of that, even if we were to get into an argument with these people, it wouldn't be enough for us to just quit the relationship. We would think about it, and maybe we would even try to think about what we can improve so that the relationship is better. Complete goals work the same way. So if we come up with actions that allow us to invest in our goal today, we can invest time into them quicker and we'll become more focused as a result. And number 3, the goal needs to have strong motivators. Just like how we found motivation for finding a life partner or not giving up our relationship with friends and family, we need to create driving forces that push us towards being focused rather than procrastinating. Sometimes it can be as simple as creating a deadline and a penalty. And other times, if the goal is more ambitious, we need stronger motivators. And you can do that by asking the right questions to find out what motivates you the most. A question that I asked myself and found super helpful was, when do I work the hardest? For some people, they work the hardest when they're trying to impress their parents, and for others, they work the hardest when they need to take care of their kids. Whatever the reason ends up being, adding your strongest motivators into your goals will help you feel much more passionate about working towards them. As an example, here's a goal that I set for myself. By the end of the year, I plan to consistently put out weekly YouTube videos. I can produce these videos by coming up with ideas, writing a script, and recording on the weekends. And the reason that I want to do this is because I want to create a positive impact and makes me proud of the progress that I made. Take the time to write your own complete goal. And after you do, you'll be ahead of most people. Lots of times this is already enough to see more productivity and focus in your life. But if you want to see even more of a shift, I'll share some tips that I have on staying consistent. It's one thing to make a complete goal, and it's another thing to finish it. So how do we make sure that we achieve our goals? Number 1, think about the things that you'll gain from achieving your goal. Number 2, think about the things that you would lose if you didn't go for your goal. And number 3, understand that positive motivators are not going to feel as important as negative motivators. For most of our lives, we've been motivated by fear and pressure. For example, most students don't work on their homework until the day before their deadline. Children don't clean their rooms until their parents are upset. And others aren't motivated to improve their careers if they have enough financial stability to pay their bills. And the downside to all these negative motivators is that we stay in the exact same spot that we're in right now. Our lives only improve if there's an external cause that makes us uncomfortable and forces us to find better opportunities. And the truth is that we don't have to wait till the metaphorical tornado hits our house. We can do things today to envision a better life, create goals that make long-lasting changes, and end up with a happier life. We just need to make the decision to start. Thanks for all the support, subscribe for more self-improvement content, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.